The showdown between LaMelo Ball and Julian Newman was one of the most anticipated high school basketball matchups in recent memory. For fans, this game was the biggest since LaMelo went head-to-head with Zion Williamson back in 2017. LaMelo had just returned to the U.S. after a stint playing professionally in Lithuania. Now back for his senior year at Spire Academy, he was determined to prove that he was the real deal. Standing at 6 feet 7 inches, LaMelo had the size, vision, and scoring touch that made him a nightmare for any opponent. Julian Newman, on the other hand, was a 5'7" point guard known for his flashy ball handling and long-range shooting. Coached by his father, Jamie, at Downey Christian school, Julian had built a massive social media following over the years. This game was his chance to prove that his skills went beyond just viral videos. The hype surrounding this game was unreal. The Newmans were confident, with Julian's father, Jamie, claiming that if Downey Christian pulled off an upset, they'd steal the spotlight from even the biggest NBA stars like LeBron James and James Harden. It was David versus Goliath, but the Newmans believed they could shock the world. The gym was packed, the cameras were rolling, and everyone wanted to see if Julian could hang with a future NBA star. As the game tipped off, the atmosphere was electric. The tension was palpable, and from the very first possession, it was clear that LaMelo and Spire Academy were in a different league. Julian Newman quickly found himself overwhelmed. Spire's length, speed, and athleticism were too much for him. His flashy handles couldn't penetrate Spire's defense, and his frustration became evident as his shots clanked off the rim and his passes were intercepted. With each possession, the gap in talent became more and more apparent. LaMelo was orchestrating a masterclass, while Julian struggled to find his rhythm. The game turned into a highlight reel for Spire Academy. By the second half, they were showboating, throwing down double alley-oops, and making the game look like a practice session. LaMelo's skill set was on full display, and Downey was left in the dust. Statistically, it was a blowout. Spire shot over 50% from the field, while Downey struggled to hit even 40%. LaMelo had a triple-double with 14 points, 12 assists, and 10 rebounds, cementing his status as one of the top high school players in the nation. The final score was a staggering 117-80 in favor of Spire Academy. Social media lit up, with fans and analysts praising LaMelo's performance and critiquing the hype that surrounded Julian. It was a night of contrasts, one player living up to the hype, the other falling short. This wasn't just a game, it was a defining moment. LaMelo Ball solidified his path to the NBA, while Julian Newman faced the reality of competing at an elite level. LaMelo Ball went on to become a key player for the Charlotte Hornets in the NBA, proving that his talent was the real deal. Julian Newman, meanwhile, continued his basketball journey, leveraging his social media fame and playing in showcase events, but the paths of these two players couldn't have diverged more. In a moment that captured the essence of the night, Julian's sister Jaden approached LaMelo after the game for a picture. LaMelo's response became one of the most talked about moments in high school basketball that year, highlighting the lighthearted nature with which he approached the game.
Oh my God. Oh my God, this is tough. Can you follow me back on Instagram?
Yeah, I don't run it.
Huh?
I don't run it.
You don't?
This game wasn't just about the score, it was about legacy. LaMelo proved his worth on the court, while the Newmans reminded everyone that basketball is as much about spectacle as it is about skill. But you have to feel for Julian. This kid went from being praised as a child phenom, featured on Ellen and Steve Harvey, and gassed up as being a future NBA great, to not even receiving a single Division I or Division II offer. That must have been hard for him. He was a child phenom, pushed by his father, whom simply did not have the physical tools needed to make it to big-time basketball, even though he is incredibly skilled. LaMelo Ball, on the other hand, had all the physical tools NBA scouts love. At the end of the day, this was a fun game to display contrasting styles and social media marketing brands when it comes to the basketball game. But the reality of elite talent versus flashy skill won out. And there you have it. The story of the night LaMelo Ball humbled Julian Newman. A game that showcased the difference between potential and reality, hype and substance. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into basketball's biggest stories.